Oh, hello folks. So yeah, thought today I'd come up to Carnbrea and bit of an R&R morning really. Just been a bit busy doing some filming recently for the D-Day down at Trebar, which was wonderful, and really sort of decided today that I'm gonna go for some comfort. So I've got my fold-up chair there, and kettle's already boiled, and I've just had a lovely bowl of ration pack muesli. Now this stuff is brilliant, and as you can hear that, I've also got my little scanner there which I've got just monitoring, and of course, you know, there's quite a lot of aerial activity at the moment for obvious reasons. Obviously down here now we've got the G7 summit going on in Cornwall now, and it's going to start in a few days I think, but just thought I'd take the opportunity just to come up and enjoy this amazing weather. And looking across Poole there, Carnbrea here, the monument, got Poole, and of course this way down to Redreef, and just thought I'm going to try something. Now it's quite interesting at the moment because there's lots of helicopters flying around, and with my little scanner I've managed to receive some of them, some of the transmissions, which is perfectly legal. And yeah, so we'll have a look at the scanner in a moment, but just a beautiful day up here, and you know, nicely orientated myself in this great little spot, just the way I like it, nice and shaded, and of course, you know, everything I need for a couple of hours of just chilling out. So I've had some really good feedback relating to the video, the D-Day video that I made, and a great deal of time and effort actually went into that. So lots of research, and of course when I got down there I couldn't have asked for better weather conditions. So you know, really happy about that, and thanks for all the feedback from that as well, because I've had some good feedback. Right, so this is my little scanner radio which I've got now. Obviously it's a Uniden EZI.
Yeah, more than happy. So our intent would be to
there you go.
Across, look at low bar for the low level, and then back out down the hill to join for 29. Confirm.
Right, so we've got actually at the moment we can hear some helicopters flying over the coast, and I think that one was actually the Coast Guard chopper, but there's also a Navy Black Cat flying around as well, which is pretty interesting. So we'll just leave this run then. Well, I'm looking at the EZI 33XLT scanner, Uniden scanner, and it's a very good little entry level scanner. And you know, once you've actually got some frequencies programmed into the memory, then it's pretty easy. You can just set it up to monitor the frequencies, because obviously, you know, I've never had a scanner radio before this one, and it's taken me quite a while to get to grips with it. And basically with a scanner radio, you know, when you get it out of the box, there aren't any frequencies in the memory, so basically you have to find out what your local air traffic control, and basically if you've got nothing to program into it, then obviously it's just going to be scanning all the frequencies in infinity, and it's pretty boring really. It takes a awful long time basically, and but once you've got a few frequencies in there, now I'm scanning the air band.
Warship Tamar, Warship Northumberland, channel 16 over.
Wow, that's interesting. So at the moment I'm scanning two bands. I'm scanning the air band and also the marine band. This is very interesting. I think that was just
this is Warship Northumberland, request you chop channel 13 over.
Yep.
I think so.
Listening to a warship now, which is amazing. Now obviously one of the things with VHF, you know, VHF military and civilian aircraft, they operate on VHF usually when they're into or close to a base. And obviously we're not very far away from Carnbrea at the moment. I mean, Carnbrea is about, well, in that direction there, it's probably about 8 or 9 miles, so behind these pile of boulders obviously in that direction. But it's quite interesting. Now obviously frequency scanning is you know, obviously it's a scanner, a receiver, so not capable of transmitting, which is a good thing really. But you know, with a scanner, then it's pretty important, you know, to make sure that, you know, like I said, with marine band frequency, obviously a slightly different sort of VHF, then usually it works on line of sight. So we've got a really good view of the sea here as well, which is obviously why we're able to pick up the marine band frequency. And of course, you know, the VHF, the air band frequency, is usually, you can get that pretty much wherever you are, but for the marine band, then obviously the signal, it doesn't bend, so you've got obstructions, lumps of rock, buildings, all sorts of things. Then you need to be able to be near the coast really, or actually within sight of the water, to receive marine band frequencies. But it's pretty interesting anyway. And you know, like I said, it's been a nice the last few days have been pretty good with the video, the D-Day video, which I've done. And you know, I just wanted to take the opportunity just to come up here, and didn't want to waste this amazing weather that we've got. So back in a minute. Right, so now I've just been listening to the radio, and one of the really interesting things I've just noticed as well, with my woefully low powered magnification of my little binoculars, then basically it's going to be hard for you to see on the camera obviously, but you know, basically 12 o'clock ahead of me there is actually a warship. Now I believe the name of the warship has been given away by the radio transmission. I think it's the HMS Northumberland, and obviously it's quite interesting because we don't really get to see this sort of thing, especially on the north coast as well. It's very seldom usually that you actually get to see any ships or anything out there at all really floating around. But we've actually got two warships, HMS Scimitar and HMS Northumberland. Wow, this is really interesting. So have another look through the binoculars and back in a minute. Right, so on my observations through my binoculars, and obviously we've only got some 12 by 32 binoculars, which are okay really, but rather amazingly at the moment out in the water we've got 4 warships. Now obviously these are British Navy warships. So we've got HMS Northumberland, we've got HMS Scimitar, and we've also got wow, yeah, I'm counting 1, 2, 3, 4 warships. Yeah. So I mean, obviously it's hopeless at the moment with the camera here, because nobody's really going to be able to see this, but I'm just pointing in the general direction. But we've basically got 1 warship straight ahead there, and we've got
Warship Northumberland, channel 16 over.
2 over there. Warship Ranger, that's another one. So we've got the Northumberland, the Ranger, the Scimitar, and very interesting. And that would certainly explain the Navy Black Cat that I saw flying around here about 20 minutes ago, and I think that was off the Carnbrea. So basically, yeah, there's a lot going on today then. So normally when you come up here, it's just a case of you know, you look out to sea and you know there's nothing there. You know, maybe a fishing boat far in the distance, but earlier on I saw a yacht as well. That was pretty amazing. And there was a little bit of transmission between the Coast Guard and the yacht, which I was basically thinking the Coast Guard was telling the yacht to get out of the area, basically. So then obviously that would explain that, because we now have 4 Navy warships out in the bay here off the cliffs, which is incredible really. And it's nice conditions for the sea. Conditions are looking pretty good today, and visibility is absolutely you know, very, very good as well. So now I've no idea why these warships are here today. Obviously, you know, it could be connected with the G7. I've no idea, but you know, it's a bit of a rare sight to see 4 warships off the coast of, you know, off the North Cornish coast, basically. So we've got Portreath roughly there. Then we've got down this one. Yeah, this is crazy. There's loads going on today. So basically, then, you know, it's obviously something big. And I heard Mounts Bay just mentioned there as well, which is possible that that's another ship. I know that's a ship because I think a long time ago a friend of mine was actually on serving on that ship. This is just brilliant. Lots going on, and obviously came up here today, had absolutely no idea there was anything going on up here, you know, out at sea. Very, very busy, air traffic and sea traffic. Now I think in the distance I can hear the faint noise of a helicopter. Now it definitely sounds like a black cat, because obviously, you know, the black cat, yeah, the black cat was basically a replacement for the Lynx helicopter, and of course, you know, still looks similar.
We're just overhead, probably Newland by now.
Blimey.
Sent through flight level 64, sending flight level 40. We're expected to be north of beam, minute, or south of beam, sorry, minute 31. The island's minute 43.
Well, it's turning into an air show, folks. Yeah, so as I was saying, with the Black Cat helicopter, obviously it's a replacement for the Lynx helicopter, and of course, you know, quite a few modern developments on it. I mean, obviously my father served in the Royal Navy for many years and basically was an aircraft specialist, so from a very early age I got very familiar with all of these things. You know, we used to talk about stuff and go to lots of air shows and things. So yeah, a hell of a lot going on here today anyway. So you know, it's nice to be out. Now, got my unique little spot which I've got here today, which is pretty good, okay, and there's even room for a small one there, which I've just managed to squeeze in. I pushed it in, obviously, and just to get it off the road. And of course, you know, Carnbrea Castle right behind me there, but brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. So I think I'm going to run out of memory anyway on the camera in a moment. So from me, and you know, thanks for all your support. Thanks for watching the videos, and you know, we'll be back again soon. Take care, folks.